All right, we'll call the meeting to order at 5:06, or actually 5:01. Silence your cell phones, please, and stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have any additional items to add to this? I have none, except just move public comments up to the top and scratch off number 9. Okay. And we'll start off with public comments. Citizens may address the council on the items that may or may not be on the subject of the agenda. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. The council reserves the right to limit the number of speakers pertaining to the same topic in the interest of the meeting efficiency and expediency. All right, any public comments? Okay.
Dustin Gustavson, 1765 Drake Street. I'm coming here because I'm less than pleased with the service I've been getting from the city in the last few days from several within this room. Last week, the 21-acre field where the water treatment plant is going to be sited was posted as no trespassing. I was told by Scott he was going to follow up with me, didn't get back to me, can't ever get a hold of Michelle. Sean here got a hold of me, and quite frankly his arrogance didn't go over very well. From the standpoint that saying that you have to find every hazard within that field and assess it before you can open that up to public, it's a contradictory statement. You don't do that with Boulder Canyon. I swear that nobody has walked every inch of that 2,000 acres up there and identified every hazard on that mountain. And that is not posted. I can get hurt more easily walking Drake Street and Grey Goose and tripping in one of the potholes that's been there for 3 or 4 years. The sewer line runs through there. That field's been farmed every darn summer. It has equipment on it. And to say that now it's a hazard for people to walk on it, I'm not buying it. So I'm really disappointed with the public access, public land being locked up and prevented from being on. Understand when construction starts out there that there would be necessity to limit some access. However, with what I've been told in these meetings, that 3 acres is what the water treatment plant would take, even if the construction were to take 10 acres to be able to maneuver and do that, that still half of that field should be available for public access. I also have some concerns in the other night talking to your mayor here, him telling me that the plan for that field is water treatment and city shops. That city shops was not part of the deal back when all this started. Quite frankly, my opinion is put the city shops where the Little League fields are. Let these folks smell the stench of sewer and make a nice baseball park that's attractive to our town that will actually bring people here and make people want to come to Lakeview and visit. There's other things to do. I'm also concerned that any changes to that land would increase the elevation of the ground and cause flooding to the north into the subdivision of Drake's Park or Drake's Street and Grey Goose. And if that's going to be the case, we're going to have a long legal battle.
Justin, do you realize that whole field is a floodplain?
I understand, and that's why if that field gets changed to put buildings in and all sorts of things, the water's going to come north. And I know that. And that's what I'm saying. Right now it's relieved out in the field. And so the only and best use for that within that floodplain would be a park to absorb that water during high flows. Anything else would change the drainage of that entire area. And it'd be a concern. So, and I'm concerned more concerned than anything right now today on the access and it being posted private, or not private property, but no trespassing. Nothing nefarious out there happens. People walk their dogs, and that's about it. There's no vehicles out there. When Corey Thornton lived in that community, his kids rode motorcycles out there, but since they've left, there hasn't been any motorized activity out there other than farming. And to block it off because we haven't identified every hazard, I'm sorry, you can't identify every hazard. Your parks, Seropolis Park, the equipment on your website where it has the exercise equipment or whatever you call that, says use at your own risk, essentially something like that, paraphrasing. There's no reason that that entire place could be a use at your own risk, understanding that there may be hazards out there. There may be a ditch you could trip in, a hole, squirrel hole, whatever else. So I'm just asking the city to be a good neighbor and start providing some customer service here.
I guess part of what I'd like to know is why was the no trespassing for that?
Because there's sewer lines out there. One manhole we found that either the individual fell into or almost fell into is live sewer. Those run through that property. We're in the process. The machines and equipment out there, maybe they had a part to do with this manhole being hit or broke, but it's rotten concrete. As far as the pipe goes, I don't know the condition of the pipe, but that sewer line is about that deep under the water. And with that biohazard out there and not knowing the lay and what's flowing through there, it's not safe to have people out there until we can address where these lines go, how old these lines are. And that's what I want to live here. I don't want somebody, like you said, out walking your dog, trying to be a good neighbor, and letting you do that. You fall in that sewer, that raw sewage, then what happens? You'll be back here speaking again, saying that, well, I fell in this sewer, it wasn't posted, it wasn't fenced, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
You have equipment running out there, has been running out there every summer.
And that's my point, I understand that, it's been hayed, and I get that.
And so you have one manhole
But there's more than one manhole.
has collapsed. I understand that, I think there's 3. But there's one manhole that collapsed, and rather than roping off that area to keep people away, we're gonna basically rope off entire 21 acres.
And right now, what I'm roping off is that section until we can get out there and address any other hazards like this.
That that section is 21 acres.
And I did not once tell you that it was gonna be roped off permanently in the whole field, did I? I said it's gonna be closed right now until I can address all the situations out there.
You didn't once offer a timeline on when we're gonna address it, what the process is moving forward.
Yeah, I did, on the phone, I told you. As soon as I can get there and address the situation, I will. If we find out that it's a safe area, and it just takes one section to be fenced off with construction fencing, I'm not opposed to that. What I'm opposed to is having citizens, like you said, neighbors, with their animals out there, and they happen to fall into a raw sewer pipe or a manhole that we didn't know about, because not everything in this town's mapped. Those pipes go to that sewer station right there. That sewer station has been here for a long time. How long those pipes been there? There's other parts of that pipe other than right behind that subdivision that you're in that I'm positive are probably 40 years old. That's what I'm concerned. That's why I did what I did. I didn't do it to be town bully. I did it because I don't want to make sure there's a hazard out there. And that's all I'm going with it. That's as far as I'm going with
When are
it.
you gonna start it? When are you gonna start walking the field?
Probably within the next week or 2. Right now I have water leaks I'm taking care of. And to me, I have to prioritize things. This section right here, it can be used at a time that it's safe. I have no problem with that. But until I can get out there and see it, I don't know what's under the ground there. Just like your comment you made to me, well, if the street is bad, well, if I found the street was bad enough to where it's not safe, I'd close the street. So it's not just I'm closing the park, or it's not even a park, that field to attack anybody. I'm doing it for the safety factor of it. Just like when we have water running through town. Even though the water's running through town, I go out and pull that stick so we don't back up the water. So it's not I'm closing it forever. I'm closing it until it can get addressed and get figured out what we can do with it and how we can move forward. And that's what I told you on the phone.
not to that detail, and that's what we could have saved 10 minutes of your guys' meeting if the customer service coming from the city was to the detail that I'm getting right now. We need to start with some customer service and following up on phone calls when we say we're going to, being available.
I had Sean call you. He's the one that closed it. And you were the one that was rude to Sean and you're rude to the man. You're a very rude person when you're not getting your way done, and you know that. Yes,
Whatever.
yes, you do. We've had other discussions where you've been very rude to me and other people.
I disagree,
You can disagree all you want.
and you can disagree in what, that you think that you said something to me that you didn't.
Well, I think
So,
that basically it sounds like it's being taken care of when Sean is able to get out there in the next 2 weeks. Within the next 2 weeks, he'll have it looked at and, you know, we'll determine what we need to do.
So the
And
worst
that's
that
all I think
happens
we're
is you
good.
put those little rope, fence things around and
I can
stuff.
put construction
Yeah,
barrier out.
that's
Yeah.
what we
But
do.
the thing is, until I know.
Yeah, right, no, I understand,
I gotta do the whole thing, because I know there's multiple lines running multiple places out there.
sure.
Whether they're new, old or not, when I walk up to a manhole and it's completely disintegrated and the lid's down inside the manhole, it's time for me to do something.
Is that where the camera's gonna help?
The camera will help, because I can actually literally run the lines out in that field, especially in that area that might be away from where we're gonna do the construction, and maybe then you can say, oh, we'll put a walking path in there. I'm just saying that out there, but what we got going on, it's just like, you know, there's things up in Bullard Canyon, yes, the town owns it. Well, there was a big boulder we had to take care of, I believe it was last summer,
Yeah.
that could have been a hazard. And people, they didn't want people over by where that boulder was. And this is the same thing. I'm not trying to come out here and, as you said, be cocky and arrogant, which you called me on the phone, which honestly, you can ask council and some people that might have been here. I don't think I've ever had an attitude like that with somebody on the phone. I was just telling you the facts. You didn't like the facts. You kept wanting to talk to me. I invited you multiple times, come to council. I'm glad you did.
I think it's time to move on.
I do too.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think it's time.
can we get a timeline?
Thank you. Within the next 2 weeks, they'll be out there looking at
Start
it.
working on it.
Okay, and then will somebody follow up with me at that point in
Sure.
time?
I can call you.
Absolutely.
I can call
Absolutely,
you.
yep,
There's no problem doing that.
yeah.
Okay, Thank
Okay,
you.
I'll have, Sean will let us know within the next 2 weeks, and then we'll go from there.
You know, in some of those areas where I can't get to because I don't have a camera, I can still fence off some of these other areas that I
Right.
find that are bad.
Okay,
And like I said,
yep,
All right,
Okay.
move on to new
Let's-
business.
Can we just take a look and see when the meeting is, about 2 weeks from here?
it's the town council meeting.
Yeah.
Well, so May 9th is booked. I will put him on the 23rd agenda. He already filled out a form for that,
We need
for
to
May
know, we
23rd.
need to know before the 29th.
No, I understand, but in order to do a council meeting, we'll have to set up another council meeting or a work session, because all my other meetings are full.
But our town council meeting, we can't just have a short discussion about what's found.
The town
next-
council meeting is the one
I
I'm
know,
prepared.
I know, but-
Well, you can, if you
Yeah.
wanna add him to it, then,
Well, it's 2 weeks, I think that,
I
I
just-
don't think it'll hurt.
No, I don't either. I think that'd be fun to do out at the fairgrounds.
change the agenda.
Good, so
And
be out at the
everybody will know.
fairgrounds.
I was planning on it. Thank you.
I can't wait. All right.
All right, move on to new business, tour the Outback request for POT grant
Excuse me?
funds.
What's that bring?
That's Marie,
Justin?
She's not here?
and she's not here. She did a good job filling that
Yeah,
out.
She did.
Great,
Yeah, it was
that's
a
how
good
we like
job.
to see it. Perfect.
Yeah.
She even signed her name.
And, you know, I think their request is reasonable compared to what, you know, their budget is, what their project total
I
is,
agree.
and, you know, that. It does bring people to town, I think it's a great way for tourism, and it could just grow even more.
Absolutely.
I think it's wonderful.
What was that, tour of the Outback?
The tour de Outback, yeah. Yeah.
So you guys went through it and,
It looks good. I see
Yeah.
the mistakes.
okay, need a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the request from the Tour de Outback $2,500 towards their cycling event that they're gonna be having in June.
I second it.
Motion's made and seconded, those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
We've already talked about this.
the day.
And they've already said, okay, she just had to bring this in.
Yes, we still have to pass it again.
Well, this is the
Okay, next is the Rotary requesting the family season pass. Andrew's not here.
No, he couldn't make it to this meeting, he wanted to make sure he was on the agenda. They would like a family pass, if possible, donated to the Rotary, the duck
The
place.
base? the
Yeah,
database?
that-
Okay.
If they could, please.
That's what we've done in the past, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve a family pass for the Rotary Duck Race. In July.
Second? Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Sorry.
move on down.
That's right.
Take route parent connected ESD Douglas County requesting family season pass also. Bailey?
Yes. Hello.
You can stand up.
Okay.
Come stand over here so they can hear you.
Perfect. So I'm Bailey Guido, and I represent a program that serves all of Lake County from the Douglas ESD as my backbone agency. That program is Take Root Parenting Connection, and we provide all sorts of parenting services to families throughout Lake County for no charge at all, like family engagement nights, parenting education pieces, series, workshops, all sorts of things. We've done parent cafes even. And last year we came to town hall and we asked how much a season pass was. We wanted to purchase one to go into a basket to be raffled off at Daily Days for families. And it was this long process because you didn't have your prices yet. But in the end, you end up giving me a 50% discount on an individual pass. And so this year, Take Root would like to see if you guys would like to partner with us again. And we will recognize you on our little card that we give out to the families and all our promotion for the event. But we would like a family pass this year.
And they help kids too.
They're good, it's a good program.
It is a very good program.
John, come ahead, you pull that curtain.
Yes, ma'am.
That long window?
Bouncing off my shelves.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
I don't.
I don't.
I think it's
I think
a
it's
great
deal.
program, and I
What's it
think
called?
Take Root. Yes, yeah, there is it's an error on here, but it's Take Root Parenting Connection.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Douglas County Take Root Parent Connection request for a family season pass.
I second it.
Motion made and seconded, those in favor?
I,
Okay, you got it.
All right, thank you. I will get in touch with the office to get that. Thank you guys so much. All right, have a great evening.
you too.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get that for you by Friday.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, next is Noni Color Run. Who's representing that?
Well, they didn't, the high school is, but I do not see our Parsons here.
Wow, there's a big track meet going on right now.
Yeah.
For all the students there. Yeah.
The practice course.
Oh, there's other schools here too.
It's the same as
Yeah.
it has in the past.
They're
That's what this
closing
is
off the
for.
streets, right?
Yes,
They just want to okay that
yeah.
we.
And the signature page is at the top above Kyle's binder, so it's been signed off.
Been signed off.
When I got these copies,
Okay.
I didn't have the
Okay.
signed copy
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, so,
Then you said it's the same route?
yeah.
Yes.
Same routes.
Was there anything missing? Oh, no, because they just had changed it a little bit, didn't they?
They've done it for 3 or 4
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
4 or
Yeah.
5.
It's been a long time.
Oh, there you go.
Is that where they get all painted?
I'll make a motion that we approve the application for the permit for the Noni Run.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. All right, next is Lakeview Little League
What?
contract. Ah, that's what they're waiting for.
Yes, we are here. So I'm Katie Hall, this is Kendra Holderman. We are here representing the Lakeview Little League Board. We are both members. And so we have our contract with the town that needs to be renewed, I think, every year. So we just had some questions about it, and then I believe it just needs to be signed by the mayor, town recorder, secretary, and then the Lakeview Little League president, which is Jameson Anderson. So, I don't know, have you guys had a chance to, or have a copy of this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we just have a couple questions. We'll start with 5.1, tenants' obligations. We had a question about landlord agrees to annually grade the parking lot. And I don't know how we go about doing that because it's in bad need. We're gonna put down,
I know where that one's going.
There's a pothole this big at one of the driveways.
I mean, it sounds like you'll be in the area in the future,
yeah.
but.
We might have to fight over the land, it sounds like. So we are going to put down gravel, so I don't know if you want to grade it, we'll put down gravel, then regrade it. I don't know how that works, so any thoughts on that?
When were you gonna do that?
Well, that's probably,
Scheduled yet?
I don't think anything has been scheduled yet. I think Purdue is one of the ones that are going to provide gravel, and I think the plan is to do it this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's gonna be after season now because we're already started. But I don't know if it can be graded prior, I mean, it's in bad shape.
I'll make you a deal. I got a couple guys that need a little greater practice,
Okay.
Okay.
so I'll have them come out in the morning while it's still kind of cold, and I'll see if they can't knock some of those
Okay.
things down. I just moved the graders, took the chains off from winter, so
Good.
I can put, and I'll do that in the next couple of weeks, because
That
Ryan's
would
gonna
be
be out walking the field with me.
Awesome.
Yes.
So,
Thank
Yeah, I appreciate that.
you know, I don't know about the gravel part, if you guys are bringing gravel in now or later, but I can have a couple of guys go out there and make some swipes on it, because I know we made a big lake out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inadvertently.
So we'll
Yeah.
we'll try to knock some of that down. And you
Perfect.
know, if I need to bring a truckload over, I've got gravel right there, maybe I can grab a couple loaded buckets and fill a couple holes.
Okay,
That's not,
perfect. We
Try to
appreciate
fix the
that.
lake.
yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So that kind of brings us to our next question. It's on 5.2, reimbursements for repairs assumed. So basically, we just wanted to make sure, we wanted to clarify how this will be communicated to us if repairs are needed. Because we are making changes, and so on 6.1, it says alteration prohibited. So we've gotten a big grant through Rotary and
Collins
McDonald, where we are going to be able to replace dugouts, put in sprinklers, do grass on the t-ball fields, and maybe redo some stands and also a roof on the concession stand. So there's,
In addition to all the regraveling.
yeah. So we were hoping that this would happen prior to the season starting, but we just couldn't get all of our bids and stuff done. And so that will probably happen after the season. But do we need to specifically write down every change that we're gonna do and upgrade and let you guys know in
We
writing?
need to have that, right? You do need to have that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And is there any type of format you want it in, or just kind
So
of
we
what we're
can
gonna
read
do?
Smoke signal.
Okay, so there's gonna be big changes, so we'll just let you know prior to that happening, when we kind of have a timeline, and we'll let you know dates
Yeah.
and what companies are planning on doing it. We're trying to do all local contractors and stuff, so. I think that was it. Unless you guys have any questions for
Oh,
us. Hopefully we can answer them.
We got
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I would like to get information from you about the Little League. How many kids there are, what is it specifically that you would like? What would be your dream field? There's a Major League Baseball grant that I can apply for. I just don't know what you need. I don't know how many kids there are. I don't know their age categories. I don't know I have no information, so if you could help me fill in those gaps.
We have Brandy Niter, who has wrote the grants for the Collins McDonald, and then also is the one that did the presentation for the Rotary Club. And we could see if she could reach out to you and provide that information for
If she could just send that to me,
you.
would be great, because
Mhm.
I would really love to see the baseball fields improve by
Definitely.
like a ton.
There's lights.
Brandy's the one that's got the
Definitely.
dam grants.
So if you could just give me more information so that I can fill that in, because they want to know. And I just don't know what your roster's like.
Sure.
Okay.
We have, about around 200 kids playing this year.
It's
We
like
have
2 a week.
absorbed the Babe Ruth program. So we have a juniors team this year. So we also have access to the Babe Ruth field, which needs a lot of work.
Well, let me help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, so we have kids all the way up from 4 to 15. Yeah.
Do we
So
have
it's-
professional baseball players from Lakeview?
I don't
We
know.
can add names in,
We don't.
We had
but
one,
we could.
Mickey Stevens, well, he was actually playing the minor leagues.
he did play.
So we can show, what kind
Call
of
one of
rural
Yeah.
community we are and how we progress.
Well, Marty Lee's coached at Oregon State,
Marty
took,
Lee's.
Oh, yeah, Marty Lee's.
took them to won the
National.
United States Championship.
And he's still big into
Those are the kind of
baseball.
things we need to add in there, it shows that.
Well, and we've been told that we were once a spot where tournaments were held, and,
Yeah.
we were once a spot where the fields were something to be proud of. So our goal is to get back to that.
When I played softball, it was packed all weekend long. We even camped out there
Yeah, I think
in
a
the
good-
dirt.
I think a good example of where we would like to aim for is if any of you have ever been to the Alturas Little League field,
Yes.
they're amazing. Their grass is great, their fields are managed. We have someone now, we didn't have before someone maintaining the fields year round, so the weeds grew and the grass was out of control. And so now we have a maintenance guy that goes out there and gets the fields prepped and sprays and gets the thorns out because those hurt.
Yeah.
So.
Bowheads.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
burn very well either.
No, no,
We tried that.
yeah, so we can get you more detail.
That would be,
That'd be
Definitely.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And I'll send you Michelle's email.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I mean, let's do better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we've
What
got
other
big
number you
things
want?
planned, yeah.
We need some right now.
We all do, it's, I'm throwing it in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Is it too late to sponsor a team?
It is.
It is for this year.
Oh,
It's part of his grade.
We
If I
set
send you some money from KC's, I don't know if I did last year.
So you did last year. You sponsored a team last year. My son was on it, so that's how I know for sure.
$35,000.
But we can get you a banner to put up at the field.
Okay. Oh, if I send you
Band.
300 or 400, then
Ask
you're okay
Katie.
with that?
Oh, yes, that's more than enough for a banner.
About if
It says president and secretary on
Yeah,
there.
but Jameson's not here. So we would have to, because if it passes, we just need signatures. So what I can do is take it to practice with me, because Jameson is Quincy's coach.
Okay,
So I can take it with me to practice and have Jameson sign it.
Perfect.
Perfect.
And,
Oh, it's nice.
who's
I'll
the
just let him-
secretary?
Secretary of Little League? That's me.
so she'll sign.
Congratulations.
So,
You want me to sign this now?
yes,
Well, I think,
are you guys,
I'll make a motion, I'll make a motion first.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a motion,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm jumping ahead.
yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the commercial lease with the Lakeview Little League.
Have a second?
Second it.
Motion made, seconded, those in favor?
Aye.
Hey, thanks, Sean, for doing that.
Yeah,
I think
thank
it's
you.
great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about it, and see, that's a good project for like
It is,
Friday.
yeah.
Because
Still hit the
we
fence.
do a lot of cleanup and stuff like that on Fridays.
Don't hit any water lines. no
Yeah, don't
fence.
hit 'em.
Yeah.
And we did
And then
make a
Dawn,
river
you want me
out
to just
there.
sign it?
We did it.
Yep, sign that.
We've seen people swimming out there. I know what you did.
Maybe we could go back to that.
We are.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the Noni run.
Yes, that is me. Couldn't find the door.
oh, wait a second.
Can I sign that?
No,
Just Davis.
well, just so you know, I'm gonna change the date on this. Because it says 2022 on it, So I'm gonna change it to April 2023.
Perfect.
We're good
Just
with
so you
that.
guys know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
I know.
Over here.
Okay, you're up.
So my name is Rael Harmon. I'm speaking on behalf of our Lakeview Honor Society Association. And we're asking for you to approve our annual Noni run, our 3K, 5K color run. It takes place Sunday, May 7th. It starts at 10:30 at the Elks Lodge. It'll end at the pool. And it's an event that we hold special to our community. We hope to continue this tradition.
The route's the same as it has been in the past?
Yes, it should be.
I have maps for them, Rhea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have a map.
You're good.
Yeah. Just
So-
like to ask her.
Yes, it should be the same.
So,
We've already-
we actually approved it. Well, you're asking for the door, we got it done.
Oh, perfect.
We approved it and stuff, but appreciate you coming.
Of course. And I have this other paper. It's for the senior parade floats for graduation.
Okay.
And the banners. They can discuss it, it's fine. Just
Okay.
have to add it.
Just add it to the,
To
okay.
this-
So what's the,
I'm not really sure. This was all just given to me today. But
Is this for the floats rail or is this for the parade route?
yes, I think so because I have a map right there.
Okay, this is the one you guys, so this was one that they approved for eternity.
on graduation,
Like,
yes.
it was for graduation, it was
Yeah.
a new thing.
Uh-huh.
All they have to do is get their paperwork, have the sheriff and ODOT sign it, that it doesn't have to come back to council unless the route changes.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that was done. And
Okay.
I'll also let Lisa know that.
Okay.
So this one is for eternity along with the banners. The banners don't have to come back to council either, and I'll also let Lisa know too.
Okay.
So that you guys have it in writing.
Perfect. Thank
So
you.
the only thing you have to do is come back if the route changes.
Okay.
So you're good on that.
So and then I have all these papers here.
Let me see.
I think they're the same thing.
Just like these.
Okay, so this is, okay, so all you need is ODOT's signature and then just have Lisa email me a copy.
Okay.
And we're good.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. And that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thanks, Rail.
How did I get pink paper?
That was mine.
Was that yours?
The only thing we need to do is the banners have to comply with the town specs.
Okay.
That's the only thing we have to do, and I have to get a hold of vendors on that. So I'll also let Lisa know that as well.
Okay.
We'll call her first thing in the
You know
morning.
that lady
Hey.
that developed the sheep, the lambs? She's got 2 little ones
Do we have
now.
any other matters?
No, but I have more agenda items for, or more agendas for you.
No,
We'll have to talk to her later about that.
she's got 2 little ones now.
We should have notes in here. When
Well,
is
you
the
got
work
land
session
down
to
go.
the sheriff's office contract?
The same people been there.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
At 4 o'clock or 5? 5, yep, okay.
And that's all that meeting is about?
No, it is on the sheriff's contract. It's, DLCD will be making a presentation for the grant that we have.
This
And
is
then we're
way
doing
out.
the URA, and we will have
And
a
there's a couple
presentation for
streets
that.
in here. Oh, that's the one way down in the corner.
Did you get-
Here's the
I
trailer
got mine
park.
in my email.
I think it hits the house
Yeah,
right.
look at your email.
Right on the-
Dawn, for the agenda for the May meeting, we'll just add that little item as an additional item.
Okay, so I
Okay,
don't
so
need
don't
to
change it, don't change the agenda, just make it an
Because
additional item.
that was my biggest
Yeah,
issue with
yeah, it's-
the whole agenda, because I'm like, no, I'm
Right
not
in the
changing
corner,
the
right.
Yeah,
agenda
no, You
again.
don't have to change it.
This is for tomorrow's meeting, you
I will
guys.
check.
Oh.
So you have lots of reading material.
What the world? I'm,
Yeah, this is something that,
Yes.
Mike,
Who?
Mike Landscape.
Oh, it goes.
Reading
Really?
material.
Used to be on the council.
Seaside, yeah.
Is that the sheep?
I thought we had it changed.
I just wrote him up, and
Didn't you have this change?
Fairgrounds commission?
We were going to, and
Oh,
then I went on.
We can change it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why we're not.
Okay.
I don't want the fairgrounds to
If
think
you,
we're trying to overtake their
If you grade that on a Saturday, I'd love to come out.
How big, cooking you
Get on
with,
the
though, we should.
Get on one of those.
Driveway.
Yeah, I literally just
Even one of those backhoes I would.
And there is,
And that's something
some
we can work on.
Whatever you got.
I just took it and put it down there on H Street, took the chains off.
You should drive out to that James Park, and park it out there, all the crap from your inside there, and park it out there. That's what I,
Yes. But you're not big for whatever
you
you
know, the only part I really got to do is
Yes,
just
it's just that,
lift this way.
I wanna make sure everything is together so that when we get ready to adopt it, there's no questions.
You emailed all this material too, so I can just read this on the computer and then do this for tomorrow, right?
Well, this is now.
Okay.
That's tomorrow's
What
agenda.
am I gonna do? Okay.
Yes, and I hope it goes super
Little
fast,
light
because Quincy
reading.
has a softball.
I get on this little tracking right now, so I really,
All right, so we're done.
we're done?
Did this in fourth
Okay,
grade.
is there anything else anybody has?
Yeah.
Okay,
It might be a good one.
I just think the deer situation is really getting worse. There's probably 20 or 30 in a herd now.
yeah,
I don't know, if people are getting, well, if you go to the school, they've been eating outside, you know, today, and like they're sitting in some ungodly crap from those deer that's been out there for years on the playground. It's just as bad, it's a bad deal.
yeah.
We have to go through fishing game on that.
I've fought with fishing games,
I know it's a tough situation, I'm just bringing it up again, just to bring it up.
But it's doable,
Well,
because who did
I
it?
don't know why they're just such in bad shape.
Yes, John Day.
John
They
David.
just look bad, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just look bad, it looks like they're diseased, they're inbred, people are feeding them crap.
yeah,
And-
I watch people feed them all the time when
yeah.
I drive around.
They're
I don't
supposed
know,
to be
you could probably
cited
shoot
for
about
that.
half of them,
Well,
they're
We should
euthanasia.
call John Day, see how they did it, just get an idea.
They actually loaded them all in the trailer and took them off.
Did they like have a flute, did they all fall into the trailer?
No, they
Some
just-
hyper deer.
It's like a relocation
Somebody's alive.
protection
Yeah.
program.
50 years ago.
What?
They removed them from the town of Paisley years ago, Fish and Wildlife did. They darted them and put them in the food bank.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to eat.
Not these ones.
So give them to the prisoners.
Well, we've got to figure out something, because it is a gift.
Yeah.
I take my dog for a walk, and now those big bucks are back over there on, you know, the commercial side. And they're
Well, they're
hitting
just
the
such
ground, you know.
huge groups of, well, I'll tell you from my house, I was walking to school the other day and there was a lady and a kid that was probably second grade. One of them jumped over the fence and just about whacked her. You know, I mean, so it's getting bad. It's getting bad, and they don't leave when the kids go out for recess, they just, and one of them's gonna get it. You know, I just know it.
So John Day did that.
Yeah, that
The
was
first
my
attempt
question.
was that they had them corralled, and a very nice do-gooder went in at the middle of the night and let them all go.
I'm not a do-gooder.
So who should I start calling? The
Fish and
Forest
Wildlife.
Service, Fish and Wildlife?
Call Trevor over in Klamath, he's the head guy over this office and.
And they'll put you on hold
Well, I'll just start
forever.
writing editorials.
I know.
I'll just start writing editorials, that'll be the,
Or
I'll
start-
appeal to the Fish and Wildlife to do something with the deer.
That's a great idea.
Because we have a lot of, we do have a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, it's getting worse. I mean, there's just like this big herd that comes, about 20 of them.
Okay, does anybody have anything else? Hearing none, then we will adjourn the meeting at 5:40.